broken soul, the price I've paid. The shadows twist in neon light, they pull me closer, wrong feels right. 1,000 faces blur and blend, I'm chasing ghosts that never end. Shattered mirrors check glass, a haunting past I can't surpass. Reflections twist behind the scars, a million pieces, no more stars. The clock is ticking, time's a thief, each second steals a bit of grief. I'm drowning in this tidal wave, but still I fight, I won't behave. The whispers grow, they're in my veins, like rusted chains, they bring me pain. But in this chaos I ignite, a rebel flame, my own night. Shattered mirrors check glass, a haunting past I can't surpass. Reflections twist behind the scars, a million pieces, no more stars. Pieces, no more stars.
Feather in his cap.
Slick Nick now got caught. Hopefully gonna put up a great fight from their thoughts.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first the team standing in the corner to my left. They weigh in at a combined weight of 380 pounds from Los Angeles, California. They are the team of Dynamite Fury! And their opponents, weighing in tonight at a combined weight of 360 pounds from Jalisco and Zacatecas in Mexico. The team and Zokre,
And Los Luchas plan to make a triumphant return to HPW. And they're going up against another one of our top tag teams in Dynamite Fury. Dynamite Fury awarded this matchup as a result to try to give them a fresh start after the brutal wars that they've been having with Biggie, Biggz, and Charles Mercury. But right now, I gotta wonder what's gonna happen to them after what happened earlier on in the show. Dynamite Fury came down to make sure that Charles Mercury and Biggie Biggz did not cheat to win in our earlier contest. And as a result of that, they suffered a huge, huge beatdown at the hands of Biggie Biggz and Charles Mercury. And so I gotta wonder, obviously they're not gonna be 100% going into this matchup. Whereas Los Luchas, they are hot, they are fresh, and they are just waiting, they are anticipating. And it looks like it's gonna be Phoenix Star to start things off with Joey Dynamite. A little mind games there by Phoenix Star as they lock up in the center of the ring. And Dynamite sends him into the ropes. Hamstring lands on his feet, does Phoenix Star. Look at this, sending him up and over. Phoenix holds on, but not for long. Took a drop kick right to the back. And there's been a new attitude adjustment in Joey Dynamite ever since the last couple of few matches that they've had with Biggz and Charles Mercury. He seems to be a lot more intense than normal. Before he's been out there, he wants to go out there to perform, give it his all, make sure the fans get their money's worth, have a good time and all that. But now he seems to be all business. He seems to be focused. There's a nice takedown by Phoenix Star, a float over, hook for the leg, delivers a standing moonsault. But look at this, a leg trip by Dynamite. Kick out again. Dynamite sending Phoenix Star into the corner. Lands on his feet, rolls out of the corner. Leapfrogs over Dynamite, comes charging in. Springboard, head scissors takeover. Nicely executed, and that's going to send Dynamite out onto the floor. And you can hear the fans here at the Downey's Elks Lodge very appreciative of Los Luchas, and while the entire Lucha Libre tradition itself. Back in the early heydays of hybrid pro wrestling, Los Luchas were a namesake here in HPW. And since then, they've made a name for themselves, not only touring across the country for the NWA under NWA Summit shows, but also most recently touring the island of Puerto Rico for the IWA promotion. And now they're back here in the United States, still touring with the NWA, of course. And HPW is happy and glad that we were able to get Los Luchas back into an HPW ring. And Zokre now is going to go one-on-one with Fabian Fury. And Mike Zarella finally back in the broadcast booth.
I had to go take care of some business, but you see, Larry, this is exactly what we were talking about. A deep, deep tag division here in Hybrid Pro. Los Luchas, superstars. Mexico, the East Coast, television. Dynamite Fury, they've really come into their own as a tag team over these past couple of weeks. They're involved in, you could almost call it a blood feud with Biggs and Charles Mercury. I mean, they're involved in something that it's just not going to end until one of those teams. Oh, and look at this. Due to this feud with Biggs and Charles Mercury, I mean, Fabian Fury, he's got his ribs taped up. He's obviously a target in this match. It just makes it. Look at the double stomps right there from Zokre.
Zokre saw the opening and he's going full force into it. He knows what happened to Fabian Fury earlier. Not only did he take a great beatdown earlier at the hands of Charles Mercury and Biggs, but also at our last show, Fabian Fury took a nasty splash courtesy of Biggs, and you gotta believe, I know that he had a couple of cracked ribs, and those ribs have not fully healed. And out to go in here, he's gotta go full throttle against Zokre, as we just said, international superstar.
There is no way in the matter of a month, in the span of a month, that your ribs heal from a splash courtesy of Biggs. He is hurt. The Luchas realize this, and contrary to what you people sitting at home might sit there and believe that, oh, this is terrible. How can the Luchas do this? How can Zokre target those ribs? This is a wrestling match. You know, yes, the Luchas are out there, they're shaking hands, they're kissing babies and everything, but the fact of the matter is, it's their job to win this match. And they know that the easiest way for them to win this match is to target the weak ribs of one Fabian Fury.
As I was mentioning before, HPW is planning to have a tag team tournament to crown new champions. And Los Luchas, they know that. They understand the situation, that they understand the task ahead of them. And they want to get a seed in that tag title tournament. And they know that if they can get a victory here against Dynamite Fury, that's definitely going to give them a higher seed into that tournament.
Oh, definitely. You look at the tag teams, and just, you can't imagine that the tag team division that we have here. I mean, we can harp on it over and over, but right now it's all about what's going on in the ring. It's all about the four men that are in the ring right now. The Luchas, once again over the back. Look at this. I think what we know.
Slingshots himself into the leg drop, a guillotine leg drop. Joey Dynamite trying to come out to save his partner, but the official Josh having to pull him back. And
this is all in the legalities of the rules. The Luchas have until the count of 5 to do whatever they have to do, and that's exactly what they're doing. This is a solid tag team unit right here, the Luchas.
And now look at this again with the abdominal stretch. Again, going to work on the abdomen area. Those bruised ribs, possibly even still cracked and broken ribs of Fabian Fury. And Fury, all he could do at this point, you saw he had his foot in the ropes, but Zokre, he let go of the hold, but is quick to continue on the offense.
Well, that's the experience right now of the Luchas. That's where the Luchas have come from. Larry, we remember seeing the Luchas when they were barely starting out. They were kids in that ring. You know, and now look at them. These guys have become bona fide Southern California superstars. And this, you want to talk about feathers in the hat. We were talking about Steve beating Slick Nick. This would be a tremendous feather in the hat of Fabian Fury and Joey Dynamite to win this match.
And now look at this, Phoenix Star pulling back Fabian Fury. As Fury was reaching for the tag, he has to tag out to Joey Dynamite. And Phoenix Star doing everything he can to prevent that.
The referee just said, I only know American rules. I didn't know there were different rules. Oh, he must be talking about lucha rules.
There's a hook of the leg and a cover. Only a 2 count. Phoenix Star now the legal man.
Remember those lucha clusters? We used to do it back in the day.
Oh, sometimes I still wish I could forget. Sometimes.
Oh!
Big kick there in the corner.
Oh, he just ate like his entire soul. Like the whole soul of his shoe just went into Fabian Fury's mouth.
Fury now getting snap mirrored out of the corner. Phoenix Star definitely not done with him yet. He's signaling to Zokre. Dynamite again trying to come out. But look at this, a knee into the midsection again. Again to those exposed ribs, those possibly broken ribs that have definitely suffered.
Zokre is claiming there was a tag. I don't necessarily remember seeing a tag. I mean, either the Luchas think that this is a Lucha match, or we're seeing a little bit of rule bending from the Luchas, which is very, very, very not unorthodox of them.
Well, I know that in the past they've been having quite a war. Nice clothesline there by Fabian Fury. This could be the opportunity that Fabian Fury needs to get the heck out of that ring. I was about to say how Los Luchas, they've been in wars with the real American heroes, and you got to believe they may have picked up a trick or two.
Oh, I'm sure they have. You know, Joey Ryan, Carl Anderson, not exactly ones who keep, oh, beautiful power slam, who exactly pay attention to the rules all the time. But right now, whoa! Sky high back body drop right there.
He definitely had great height in that backdrop. And now Joey Dynamite calling for Fury. Fury, he's still holding on to those ribs. Sets him up here, snaps the neck back, and a drop kick to the side of the head.
Beautiful series right there from Dynamite Fury, but you gotta realize, as much as Fabian Fury wants to be in there helping his tag team partner, I gotta understand that he should be outside the ring tending to those. Oh, no, Zokre says.
Little miscommunication there by Dynamite. He thought he saw his chance. Went for that flying body press, but he missed it.
Indeed. And Zokre not wanting to rush in. Oh, drop kick in the back of the head from Fabian Fury. Zokre not rushing in. Let Dynamite hit absolutely nothing and just wipe himself out and take him out of the match.
And look at this, Fury trying to help out as much as he can. But again, those ribs, you got to believe, are still a factor. Big European uppercut by Phoenix Star. Sends him into the corner. Sends him in hard there, too. And now, wait a minute, brings him out of the corner with a spine buster.
What's he going for? Sets him up. Oh! Almost like a blockbuster across the knees, Larry Pena.
There was a cover and only a 2 count. That's a tag team patented move by Los Luchas. And again, they're still going to work on Fabian Fury. Dynamite coming out to make the save, a much-needed save, in order for his team to still be a contender in this matchup. And look at this, Fury still feeling the effects. You can tell those chops are not given the full force that they normally would be.
And as good as this match is, Larry, you have to wonder how good would this match be if Fury was 100%. What's he going?
Wait a minute.
Oh! Precariously drops him on the ring ropes right there. What the? I'm.
Holy crap!
Oh!
Holy crap! A DDT
geez.
off the top. That has got to be it.
That has got to be.
And Zokre bringing in Dynamite.
Hard way. Fabian Fury, he's got to be out. Oh, double flapjack right there.
I think they're setting up for the Neo Phoenix flight.
I think they are setting up for it, Larry.
This is how they finish off their opponents with this.
1, 2, 3.
And that is it. Los Luchas make a return, a great return, picking up a victory over Dynamite Fury. But again, the injuries that Fabian Fury and Dynamite have suffered earlier on
built it all too much. Break the
Luchas make
silence
a
with
return, a
one
great
touch.
return.
Titans, a clash of might. I'm repulsed and we're ready to fight. From high flight, acrobatics to bone crushing strikes. Every move calculated, no room for mistakes. The crowd roars in excitement on the edge of their seats, witnessing the spectacle, feeling the heat. Hybrid pro wrestling, we're off tonight. In Southern California, where legends are born. Spirit of pro wrestling forever strong, forever strong.
Ladies and gentlemen, introducing first. He weighs in at 270 pounds from Miami, Florida. He is the king of nakedness, Sonny Samson. He weighs in at 175 pounds from Riverside, California. TJ.
Sonny Samson, no longer the man we call sexy, is going one-on-one with one half of another great tag team here in HPW in TJ Perkins. TJ Perkins, an international superstar. You may have seen him or heard his name. If you haven't seen him wrestling here in Southern California, you most likely have seen him wrestling across the country for various promotions. In Mexico for the CMLL promotion, in Japan for New Japan Pro Wrestling, in Europe at Mike Zoria.
Are we running down the accolades of one TJ Perkins?
That we are, a true international superstar.
TNA,
TNA as well,
ROH.
among other companies across the
Yes,
country.
all over the country, all over the world, Larry. Japan. I think you mentioned Mexico.
I mentioned Mexico.
You mentioned Mexico.
And now he's going in there one-on-one with Sonny Samson, the man we can no longer call sexy.
No, we cannot call him sexy because he lost that title to Angel in an interesting match that still gives me nightmares at night. I wake up in cold sweats and it's not pretty situation.
That matchup is available on at No Remorse, on the No Remorse DVD.
You sold that to people so they can watch it?
Well, how else are people going to know about it? Obviously, if you can't make it out to a show, you definitely have to purchase a DVD to find out what's going on here in HPW.
Can't make it to a show live. If you're listening to this, then you...
I think there may be something wrong with Samson. He may have lost some balance. TJ Perkins was just helping him regain his balance there.
He just helped him up. That's all it was.
But Sonny Samson, is he complaining of a hair pull?
I believe he's complaining. Yes, he's complaining of a hair pull.
Well, now Sonny Samson, as we mentioned before, that matchup against Angel, not only did he lose the name of Sonny Samson, of Sexy Sonny Samson, excuse me, but he also lost that persona, the sexy persona. Now we have a more focused Sonny Samson. He wants to go in there. He wants to be intense. He wants to get victory after victory. Yes, he wants to have a good time and all that. That's what Sexy Samson was all about. But not this Sonny Samson. This Sonny Samson is all business and walking away with the paycheck.
And you're right there. And I think that loss to Angel last week really woke something up in Samson. I think Samson realizes, look at the bridge for Perkins, though. I think Samson realizes that as cute and everything as everything was, that's not the way he's going to win matches. And if he wants to win matches, he needs to get in there. He needs to take care of business and realize that as good as the head games as he may have played, he ran into the master of the head games in Angel.
And we saw earlier on in Angel's contest after the victory, Sonny Samson coming out and attacking both Angel and Goodtime. He wanted to make a name for himself. He wanted to make an impact here in HPW. He couldn't quite get that impact when he went against Angel, but a victory over TJ Perkins will definitely put that impact that he wanted to impress on not only the fans, but the matchmakers at HPW.
Oh, I think a victory over TJ Perkins would mean even more than a victory to and I think Samson's having a little bit of problems keeping Perkins' head in the head scissors. Look at this, a third consecutive time of doing that handstand. And is he gonna escape? One more escape.
Wait a minute, he just ducked his head like an ostrich.
Before Samson can grab.
And we talked about Angel playing mind games with Sonny Samson earlier. TJ's playing some mind games of his own, although it's a different type of mind games.
And Samson seems to be throwing a little bit of a temper tantrum right now in the ring, realizing that despite the fact that he's...
Well, definitely that is one thing that I've noticed that has not changed about Sonny Samson is how easily he can be frustrated. And when he is frustrated, he is more prone to making mistakes.
Oh, that's very true. That has been Samson's MO since he started wrestling. He goes in there, he's got the look, he's got everything that he needs, all the tools to win. He had the head games going for a while, but you're right. Once Samson gets frustrated, he seems to lose his head, he loses his cool, his composure, and then he loses the match, and that is his main problem.
Right now, he's trying to overcome that problem. He's doing a good job of it so far. Maybe not for long as TJ float over him, slides underneath Samson, drop kicks him right into the back. Perkins now perching himself up on the middle ropes, flying crossbody. Oh, but he got caught.
Yeah, he did. Look at the straight. Whoa! Roll up 1, 2. No, 2 count only.
Too much momentum on that throw up there, and now he got caught. Satellite head scissors takedown by Perkins. Samson sidestepping, getting out of the way, and he's trying to get as far away from TJ as possible, but TJ flying right after him, caught himself on the ropes, just psyching out Samson.
Oh, look at the fake, really faking Samson out. Sent Samson to the other side of the ring, if you will.
And now Samson trying to slow down the momentum, trying to slow down the pace of TJ Perkins. But one thing about Perkins is that no matter what situation he is in, he can very easily adapt to his surroundings.
Oh, you're right there, Larry. It's all about adaptation for someone like Perkins. Look at the deep arm drag all out of Ricky Steamboat. All that matters is TJ Perkins is a ringer. He has been there, he has done that, and he realizes that this is a new Sonny Samson. Samson says he's a wrestler. He claims he's a wrestler. Well, this is his chance to prove he's a wrestler. You don't have a much better opponent to prove that you're a wrestler against than TJ Perkins.
And at the same time, that just goes to what I was saying earlier, that a victory here with TJ Perkins will definitely create the impact in HPW that he wanted, and it could erase what happened with him and Angel back at No Remorse.
And like you said, a victory over him would just, gets out of the top wrist lock by slapping the handle.
Perkins now with a wrist lock, back into the wrist lock, right, ringing up on that arm.
Oh, now Samson's got the hair, and a knee to the midsection. Referee Aaron Hassan warning him. Oh, and another knee. Now this is where Samson needs to take control. Slow down the pace, methodically wrestle this match, and use his superior size and I'm sure strength to his advantage, because he outweighs Perkins by a good 100 pounds.
And we saw some of that strength actually be a disadvantage when he tried to throw him up and onto his shoulders, and TJ using that momentum rolled down for the schoolboy. That's what I was talking about, how TJ can easily adapt to his surroundings. There was a 2 count on that cover, and Samson now trying to regain control, still staying on top of TJ Perkins.
Someone should tell him that the referee's name is Aaron, not Mario. I don't know why he called him Mario, but he called him Mario.
Chop to the chest by TJ Perkins. Another one.
Overhead chop right there.
Sends him into the opposite corner. No, it's reversed by Samson. Samson comes in hard.
Oh, clothesline takes Perkins right off his feet. Cover 1, 2.
Still can't keep him down for the 3. And now Samson might be getting frustrated here. He's not showing it, so that's a good sign in Samson. Going right to work, continuing with the backbreaker. Picks him up for a second one.
The other question you have to bring up, Larry, is how is the length of this match? If I'm Sonny Samson, I want to end this match as quickly as possible, because I'm sure, and this is not a knock against Sexy Sonny Samson or his conditioning, but he's a big man, and he's got to be in this room, in the ring for that long, 20, maybe 15 minutes, he's got to start wearing down, and that's the time when TJ is going to start going right back up.
Oh, there's no question about it. TJ Perkins keeping himself in great shape at all times. Wrestling is his business. Wrestling is his life. And he wants to continue living. He wants to continue on having good business in that ring right now. But he just got caught. Inverted atomic drop by Samson.
Atomic drop. Oh, clothesline to the back of the head, knocking Perkins right off his feet. There's a cover from Samson. 1, 2. No, 2 count only, says referee Aaron Hassan.
And again, you're right, Mike. I got to believe that conditioning is also going to be a factor here. So far, it looks like Samson has put Angel behind him now. And he's gone through the mind games of TJ Perkins. And he is able, if he can get past Perkins right now, then he will be able to get a victory here in this matchup.
And then you're right. And you were saying about the HPW matchmakers. You're saying about the people who are in charge. I would think that if Sexy Sonny Samson, despite losing to Angel, were to pin TJ Perkins cleanly, 1, 2, 3 in the middle of that ring, I would have to think that seriously they would have to start thinking about possibly giving him a match against the HPW champion, Mr. Instant Replay.
Right now, we may have to say the same thing about TJ Perkins as he is cleaning house here. Look at that clothesline, throwing all of his weight into that clothesline.
Beautiful, taking the big man right off his feet. TJ Perkins, the proverbial house of fire right now, just waiting on Samson, using that speed, using that agility, just keeping on it time after time after time after time again.
TJ now picking up Samson, going right back to work on him, measures him, big roundhouse kick to the side of the head. And that staggers the big man. And another one connects in that corner now.
Another kick to the side of the head. Samson reeling, reverses on the Irish whip. TJ puts the brakes on, back elbow. The big man still isn't off his feet, though.
Flying cross.
That takes him off his feet. 1, 2.
And a 2 count again.
2 count again, says referee
Aaron Hassan.
Aaron Hassan.
And now TJ Perkins, you gotta wonder if he has to think in the back of his mind, just what do I have to do to put away Sonny Samson? I have seen TJ Perkins in that situation. And wait a minute. Angel and Johnny Goodtime, they were in the matchup earlier. Samson came out and interfered in their matchup, well, after their matchup. And they're out here and they're watching on.
You've got to realize he came out there to obviously get some sort of revenge on Angel, but to attack Johnny Goodtime, a man who was making his debut, I mean, this is not what Samson wants to do. He does not want to make enemies in this at all. And beautiful power slam. I don't think he's realized as of yet that Angel and Johnny Goodtime are out here, and you got to wonder, what is his reaction going to be when he sees...
Oh, I think he just saw them now. I think he saw Angel and Goodtime. They're not doing anything wrong. They're just watching the match at this point. They haven't interjected themselves. And Samson, you got to think, maybe he's got that in the back of his mind, that they're going to do something.
Yes, but he can't have that in the back of his mind. The fact of the matter is that right now he has to treat the 2 men like they're spectators, like they're part of the audience. They're just out here watching the match. They haven't done anything, and he cannot be worried about them doing something.
Well, I think he still is worried. I mean, look, he stopped to talk, and now there's a roll-up, and he got him. TJ Perkins capitalizing on the opening here. Angel and Goodtime, all they came out to do was just sit back and watch and enjoy the match, perhaps. Either that or their other job distracts Sonny Samson. Perkins picks up a great victory here at Unfinished Business, and Sonny Samson questioning himself now. Look at this, he is soaking in his ability right now. He could not beat TJ Perkins. He thought he had the match. He may have had the match. We will never know it because of what happened with Angel and Johnny Goodtime.
Here's that knife, break my skin. Rusty links won't let me win. Screaming loud, but no one hears. Trapped inside my darkest fears. Rip the walls, tear them apart. Feel the rage within my heart. Shattered glass and burning flame. Sick of playing the twisted game. Metal grinding in
slam, throwing all of his weight in that.
Enemies in this at all. And I don't, oh, beautiful power slam.
Titans, a clash of minds. I'm imposed and we're ready to fight. From high-flying acrobatics to bone-crushing strikes. Every move calculated, no room for mistakes. The crowd rolls in excitement on the edge of the seats.
Oh, wait a minute. The matchup hasn't officially started. Mr. Instant Replay being thrown into the ring after being assaulted by Scott Lost. Scott Lost was assaulting fans earlier, and now he's assaulting our heavyweight champion. This is our main event, and Scott Lost is treating it. Scott Lost is just going into this matchup and just trying to do whatever he can to take out Mr. Instant Replay, Matt Jackson. And now look at this, Jackson has him hooked, satellite head scissors takedown. Waits for him, went for the kick, was blocked, lands on his feet, however, catches him with a back elbow. Look at this, he's measuring him, he's waiting for him to get up. Arm drags him down and takes him over with another arm drag. Still holding on and bars the arm. Mike Zorilla.
This is attacking fans.
You almost escaped barely with your life.
You know, I don't know what's going on. The fans assaulted Scott Lost. Scott Lost came out here and accosted the fans back. He jumped Mr. Instant Replay outside the ring. Next thing I know, they're being thrown right next to me. And you sit back here in the cushy job. How the hell did that happen?
Well, again, you look better on camera than I do.
See, flattery. That's your only way out.
But right now, Mr. Instant Replay, he has only one way out. He has two ways out. He can walk out of here with the championship, but if Scott Lost says otherwise, he's going to walk out here without the championship.
Now here's the thing. If I'm Mr. Instant Replay, did I sit back there, did I watch this entire show and think to myself, look at all these brand new challengers for my title. Aaron Aguilera shows up. Johnny Goodtime. Hell, even Steve, his old friend Steve.
We have all these competitors.
Scorpio Sky showed up today. And now Mr. Instant Replay, if he did, oh!
What a great gut buster by Scott Lost. But look at this, Scott Lost taking time away from Mr. Instant Replay. He is just soaking in how well that he hit that move. And as awesome of a move that is, you got to go straight for the cover when you have that. You have the HPW Heavyweight Championship on the line. This is the same man that back at Resurrection, he could not beat in a singles match. But he has this rematch here tonight for two reasons. One, the main reason, was that back at No Remorse, they had a special tag team matchup where Scott Lost pinned Mr. Instant Replay. He pinned Mr. Instant Replay back at No Remorse. And that is the main reason why he has this rematch here tonight. And if you want another reason, you can also check back at Battle by the Bay, where again, another tag team situation. And he managed to pin our heavyweight champion back at Culver City.
The problem is, Larry, there's a difference between pinning the champ in a tag team match and pinning the champ when it counts. Scott Lost has had a few opportunities at this championship already, and you have to understand the matchmakers here in Hybrid have to be looking at this and thinking this has got to be Scott's last chance.
It's all or nothing for Scott. As I mentioned before, he beat him last time at No Remorse, and you're right, Mike, that it matters that he pins him when it counts. And Scott Lost, he has all the tools. He has the ability. He has the stamina. If this match were to go 30 minutes, an hour long, he can go the distance. He could walk out of here as a heavyweight champion. But then again, Mr. Instant Replay, there's a reason why he's our champion. He went through a single elimination tournament to become the champion. He went through 3 top wrestlers, one of them including his own brother, Nick.
And that had got to be the hardest thing of that night for him. But just to show that he could go in there, wrestle 3 of the top wrestlers in Southern California, including his own brother, walk out the champion, and all this time later, still be the HPW big back body drop. Still be the HPW champion speaks volumes about our champion, Mr. Instant Replay.
Scott Loss was just a hair shy away from becoming our new champion after that suplex, and now going to work on the back, grounding Matt, grounding the high flyer with that camo clutch. And you notice his focus, he's focusing on the back right now. Earlier, he nailed him with that gut buster, but he's going to work here on the back and the torso region of Mr. Instant Replay.
Scott Loss wearing down Mr. Instant Replay. You talked about accolades, you talked about international superstars. The same thing could be said about Scott Loss. Osaka Pro, been to Mexico, been to Europe, you know, wrestled on the East Coast, wrestled here in Southern California, all over the place. Former tag team champion partner with Joey Ryan. I mean, the list goes on and on and on for Scott Loss. And he has been in the scene, been in this world a long, long time, much longer than Mr. Instant Replay. But the fact of the question remains: now that Scott started something with his fans at ringside, can he pay attention to what's going on in the ring and walk out the championship, or is he too busy worrying about our fans sitting out here ringside?
Well, obviously you can't worry about the fans right now, not when the heavyweight title is on the line. Mr. Instant Replay now with a spinning back kick. And is measuring him. Wait a minute.
Oh!
Great neck breaker variation by the champion. And Scott Loss rolled out to the outside to save his life. And now wait a minute. He's going to be in danger here.
Oh!
Replay trying to go with a somersault tope, but got caught with a kick going on to the outside.
Kicks him right in the kidneys, right in the lower back, really taking him out. You got to believe that really changed the tide in this match. And that should show you, in these matches, especially with someone like Scott Loss, just one little move is all it takes for someone like the professional to take over a match.
He measures them, drop kick. What a drop kick, right to the side of the head. He called it. He was safe on that one, Mike.
He indicated he was safe, and I got to believe, I think the referee agreed with that too.
But right now, Mr. Instant Replay possibly out cold here on the floor.
And I gotta wonder, what is Scott Loss doing? He's sitting up here.
He's agitating the fans when he should be worrying about our champion.
He's yelling at the security. He's mugging for pictures and for the crowd. And meanwhile, Mr. Instant Replay was in all sorts of trouble at ringside. He could have taken him back into the ring. He could have ended this match, but instead he's choosing not to. And I gotta wonder what. Whoa!
I think that may have just cost him this matchup.
I think that may have too. There's that swing of momentum over the head right there, dropping Scott Loss right on his head.
But look at this, Mr. Instant Replay, still battered and bruised from the beatdown Scott Loss was giving him earlier. He cannot capitalize on this cover. If he could cover him right now, he will retain the championship.
There's a distinct possibility. He might have wasted too much time. There's a cover. 1, 2. No, a 2 count only, says our referee, Josh.
Josh.
I said Josh. Scott Loss disagreed. He said the count was 3.
Well, unfortunately, it doesn't matter what Scott says. It matters what our official says when he goes for the cover.
Oh, right hands. They're trading right hands, and you gotta. I don't know if this is smart on Replay's part. We've seen Scott Loss really throw the leather, but Replay coming out on the winning part of this. Look at the forearms now to the side of the head.
Sends him into the opposite corner. No, it's reversed by Scott Loss. Could be setting up. What? Faked out the Superman and takes him down, grabbing him by the legs. Wait a minute. Turns him around. Holy crap!
Spins around the ring post, kicks him right in the face, and you got to look at Scott Loss is really pulling out all the stops right now.
He's pulling out everything that he has in his arsenal, and he still can't pin Mr. Instant Replay. He's pulling out all sorts of moves that I have never seen anybody pull off before, or even dreamed of anybody being able to put up. And
go ahead, Larry. Go ahead.
And I was about to say how the professional Scott Loss, he has, like I said, he has all the tools to become the champion. And if he could keep this momentum going, we may have a new champion after unfinished business.
Indeed, we might have a new champion. And then you're looking at a man who's sitting there Scott Loss, who's going to be
And he just got crotched up on the top rope. A variation of the backcracker.
Pulled over and almost gave him an abdominal buster right to the spine instead, and a 2 count only, says a referee.
Well, Scott Loss hasn't seen too much defense in this matchup, so that's why he was able to kick out so well from that pin attempt. Mr. Instant Replay, he has been feeling nothing but assault, nothing but malice and mayhem from Scott Loss in this matchup.
And you have to wonder, in the opening of this match, can Mr. Instant Replay...
Oh, wait a minute!
Oh, crusher.
Beautiful ace crusher.
Cover 1, 2. That could be.
We came so close again.
I tell you, Larry. If Scott Loss does not win this match, I'm gonna have to say I'm gonna have to be surprised. He jumped Mr. Instant Replay before this match even began. He's had the advantage the entire match. For Mr. Instant Replay to win this match, it's gonna take something of a miracle, I have to believe.
Scott Loss setting up Mr. Instant Replay onto the top row, possibly for a superplex attempt here. And he's climbing up there, taking his time getting up there, however.
Very precarious position for these two wrestlers right here. All sorts of things can happen. Mr. Instant Replay shrugs Scott off though, sets him up.
And now he's waiting for him. I think we could see worst case scenario.
Worst case scenario, that flipping blockbuster. Cover 1, 2. No, 2 count only.
And Mr. Instant Replay, Matt Jackson, not discouraged that he didn't get the 3 count, still going to work on him. Building up momentum, head of steam here. And here it comes, one more time again. That's the move he used to beat him. Back at Resurrection, this could be it again.
Oh, Scott Loss kicks out. And what did that do to the, look at the look in Mr. Instant Replay's face, that look of shock, that look of disbelief. He knows that was the move that he put him away with last time, and now he couldn't do it. Why? Oh, chop to the chest.
Obviously, this is a different Scott Loss from than the last time when they wrestled each other back at Resurrection. And now Scott Loss, look at this, trips up Mr. Instant Replay. Sets up again, field goal kick there, sets him up again for another gutbuster. Hooks the leg, this could be it. No, not quite yet.
Very good sequence there by Scott. Just constant, one after another. Just hit, 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 and that's what he's got to do. He cannot let Mr. Instant Replay have a breath of relief right there.
You notice how there was no wasted motion there by the professional Scott Loss. And now he's going back to the superplex. Did not work for him earlier. It may work here now after he softened up Mr. Instant Replay.
Scott Loss is on the top turnbuckle right there. Oh!
And he nailed it.
He's got to go for the cover.
Wait a minute.
1,
There's
2, 3.
Well, we got a 3 count. Mr. Instant Replay countering the cover attempt from the superplex. And Mr. Instant Replay retains the heavyweight championship. And Scott Loss, I said before that he has all the tools. He pulled out so many moves that I had never seen before.
Ladies and gentlemen, here is your winner and still HBW Heavyweight Champion, Mr. Instant Replay, Jackson.
There was a little bit of confusion on that pin attempt on that cover. I thought Scott Loss had the match won. He went for the cover, but Mr. Instant Replay, using leverage to his advantage, grabs his legs for the cover, and he walked away out of the Elks Lodge as a heavyweight champion once again. And you can hear the fans showing their approval, showing their appreciation for our heavyweight champion, Mr. Instant Replay. As Scott Loss, this was your second chance. You thought you needed one more chance. And unfortunately, Scott Loss could not get it done. But still, what a great match. What a great match. What a testament to the abilities of Scott Loss. And Mr.
Time to break my skin. Rusted links won't let me win. Screaming loud, but no one hears. Trapped inside my darkest fears. Mental emotion, room apart. Feel the rage within my heart. Shattered glass and burning flame. Sick of pain, that twisted game. Metal grinding in my chest. No peace, no calm, no time to rest. Marching on with bloody feet.